Welcome back to Bronze and Blood. I'm Joe, the creator, and I wanted to come at you guys with a little update video. So I'm going to highlight the big things I'm going to talk about in this video. First and foremost, if you stick around to the end, you will get a teaser, the introduction of the next big lore video. So stick around for that. Second, I will be working on 2 new videos. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Third, I wanted to give you guys an update on the health of the project and what I've been doing. But before we get into all of that, I just wanted to give you guys a huge, huge thank you for your support. It really means the world to me. I never thought people would be interested in my creations outside of my friends who are sort of forced to listen to me babble on about what I'm doing. So it's great that people are really interested, and even if it's not a huge community, this is way more than I thought. The video is at nearly 1,000 views, and I'm at about 125 subscribers at the time of recording this, which thank you guys so much. It means the world to me that people are interested in what I'm doing, like I said. So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. But next, these 2 big videos, one of which you'll see at the part of at the end of this video here. So the first one I'm making is about a character in the world of Bronze and Blood. I'll let you know his name. His name is Polymari. He is a travel writer, and he is sort of a self-insert. Not to say this is me. I'm saying he's like a way for us to step into the world as he travels around and he writes about it. So he's a really great character to write about experiencing things in the world of Bronze and Blood. I'm going to be doing a lore video about him, and that's the teaser you get at the end of this video. The second video is a big sort of map update video in which it'll be like that first introduction to the Visithian region. It'll be an introduction to this new region and a couple extra countries around. So it won't be focusing on one geographic area, but a lot of new countries that are being added on the map. Yes, more countries are coming to Bronze and Blood. Now I have to remind myself not to get too big. I will do it at some point like a world map, but my focus will be on the Visithian region. That's where the storytelling is going to take place. But for the sake of the project and keeping it sort of realistic, I wanted to set up these other regions where there are other countries that both have a cultural impact on the Visithian region as well as an economic one and a political one. So trade routes, political alliances, things like that. So we'll get into that in the next video. But stick around to the end of this one. And like I said, you'll see the very introduction of that Polymari video, which we'll talk about. So health of the project update, state of the channel, state of the Visithian region. I don't know, I'll come up with something catchy at some point to call these. I want to let you guys know that there is stuff in the works, obviously not just the videos. I'm currently working on like a personal lore Bible that is diegetic. That means it like comes from the world, and it's like this edited volume that was re-edited later. So I'm adding, it gives me an excuse to add some pictures, some artwork from other creators that just kind of helps me influence the vibe of the world. So that's more of a personal thing, but maybe I'll release that to you guys at some point because it is diegetic. It's got lore in there that you guys would not be privy to otherwise. Second, I've been working on lots of art. Like I said in the first video, I'm not a great artist. As you can tell, the background of this, I'm drawing this shitty sketch of a river that I probably won't ever use. We'll see. But I'm doing lots of artwork the best I can with the time I have. Like I said, I work on other projects, plus the grad school and the work. So I do what I can. I'm technically not great, but I can make a product that in the end, at least I'm somewhat pleased with. But so yeah, that's kind of the big stuff. I am writing a lot of lore. I'm still developing the world, obviously, while also working on our videos. And at some point, I would love to have a community space where we can all talk and I can post stuff for you guys, whether that's Discord or I make a Twitter or something. I don't know, I'd be curious what you guys think in the comments below. What's a good community space? And of course, this project isn't massive, so it's not, like we need a Discord now because there's so many people flooding in that want to learn about it. But it would be great to have a place where I could talk to you guys, get your input, and I could give you my sort of tips and tricks on how I world build, or, you guys can just see stuff in advance. And of course, I wouldn't make it paid. That would be great to be paid for my stuff, but I would never want to do that to you guys. But regardless, I would like to have a community space where you guys can talk to me and I can talk to you and we can talk about the project, what you're doing as well, your projects and your artwork and things like that. So without further ado, I will give you guys a teaser for the next video upcoming about Polymari. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and stick around. I hiked over the lush hills that opened onto the wide and verdant plains between the mountains. Somewhere in that distance was a great city, and beyond that great city was a desert, gorging itself day by day, growing ever more dry. Cursed, they say, by Akragos, the god of fire. I followed the stony road along the banks of the river Tuk, and had as a companion on this journey its bubbling flow. Before I left for this wandering, I visited the library at my old university in Hymnos, and read what I could on this land. Koyala, it is called. What things I did learn. As I hiked ahead, I can now imagine its history, born on the faraway shores of the font of Ergus, and shifted slowly like a ship on the endless sea to this land. I could picture the great armies mustered by its clans eons ago, and clashing on this greenscape before me. Leaders proud and brave, artists ancient and new, philosophers man, woman, and metaphysically alike. And soon, the jewel of the nation lie before me. Teroktuk. Dear teacher Antimachus, it is a sight to behold. Monuments towering and high, paintings that seem as large as our own island that tell the story of their people. Teroktuk, named as the gate to Theroclea, is certainly Koyalan by all means. Their temples to the Theroclean gods are many, but Akragos, who supposedly gifted their old queen the power of fire, is worshipped above all others. This city is a wonder, I tell you, friend. Back home, I am certain if you ask any old student on the campus grounds, what is the world's greatest city? They would say, most assuredly ancient Baladan, Professor. Though I have never been to Baladan, I will tell you, Teroktuk must certainly beat it in stature and beauty. Polymari the Wanderer. Letter to Antimachus.